Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to my page. Welcome to my pages. Doing it a little bit different this month. Going to see how it goes. Facebook and YouTube. How is everybody? Good to see you all. We're going to look at the March 2026 collective all signs for everybody. So we're going to whip through everything and take a look and see what comes up. As always, personal private readings are able to be booked through my website. Hi, Frederick. How are you? You doing good? You're welcome here. Hi, Sheldon. I love that name. Hi, Lisa. Welcome in. I've been watching a lot of Big Bang Theory. We talk a lot about Sheldon in this house. That's fine. No, whoever shows. Yeah, we're going to look at all signs. Hi, Lisa. Aries through Pisces. It is Pisces season, of course. Everybody, be sure to tap that like button. Make sure you're a subscriber. Make sure that you're a follower. All of your energetic interaction helps my page. I greatly appreciate all of you. Thank you for being here. Right? Thanks, Fred. You love you too? Yeah, cool name. You're in Tasmania. Awesome. That's really cool. Very cool. Frederick, you are missed. We'll see you in a second. Take your time. Everybody take your time. I'm going to start getting everything else just kind of woken up here. Again, this is very new for me to do it all this way. So we will, of course, move to the overhead camera, and then we're going to start working all the way through the signs. I have got, boom, check it out. So we will know which sign we're on. I will go back through and put timestamps on everything. So if anybody is watching the replay and you want to catch the timestamps in the comments, I'm going to pin them right to the top, and you can skip ahead to whatever reading you are interested in. This is going to be for sun, moon, and rising. If you don't know your other placements, try to get as much information you can about when and where you were born. Go to the website that is on my page and go ahead and plug in as much information as you have. It's really strange how they're not putting times on birth certificates after a certain time. I mean, I know so many people who do not have a live birth time. I also know a handful of people who are adopted. So interestingly and ironically enough, there are a few circumstances where it's just going to have to be a guess or a narrowing it down. So I feel so bad for the people who just are never going to know the exact time. 9:42. Welcome back, Frederick. Mercury, Virgo, Metal Dog. Okay. Metal Dog. That's interesting. Let's see here. I'm trying to get this. There they are. Now I can read it. I need it bigger. Thank you so much. How are you? I still owe you a reading, and I know it, and I think of it often, and I feel like the energy is kind of stirring up to where I'm ready to give you your year ahead, and I know it's late, but it'll go past your next one. Sorry. But I do want to do that for you, like I really do. So anyway, okay, let's move the camera, and we're going to get started here in just a second. We're going to take a look at Aries first. I will have the notifications down here at the bottom. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. All right, here we go. We're going to look at Aries first. Oh, Aries. I feel like this might be one of the brightest colored decks I have, as far as like close to a fire color. All right, Aries. Awesome. I'm sure it'll be a doozy, Fred. Okay, here we go. Aries, sun, moon, rising. Sun, moon, rising. Cross watchers, of course, are welcome. Switch that energy around as needed. Take what fits, throw out the rest. Okay, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Could be unwise use of your time lately. A lot of you kind of feel like you're wasting your time. We got the Knight of Cups in the reverse. This is somebody who is, you're dealing with somebody here this month, or you yourself are not very interested in going beyond the honeymoon stage and something that you've recently invested in. You've recently started something here. Isn't that great? Yes. It's something you've recently started with that Ace of Pentacles. This is all temporary energy here. Let's see. What can I tell Aries for March? Many of you, though, you feel like you are not able. You're just not able. Let's see. This is disappointing. Disappointing. Let's see. All right, Aries. Thank you, Frederick. Starting Aries. 626. Hi, Leela. Hi, sweetie. 626 for Aries. Okay. We've got the 8 of Wands. Oh, no, the 10 of Wands. Okay. This was a lot for you to have to deal with this month. There's a lot for you to have to deal with this month as far as something that started pretty quickly, and I think it fizzled out as quickly as it started. We have this feeling here with the 10 of Wands also coming out. It feels like you're frequently having this cycle here where you're carrying on the burdens, the responsibilities of other people. What crosses or complements you this month? 3 of Wands in the reverse. So with the 3 of Wands in the reverse, this is communication going all kinds of sideways. Okay, so this is conversations not happening. It feels like you guys just don't get each other. Whoever you're dealing with this month, if this is a friend, if this is a boss, if this is a new acquaintance, I'm going to say this because this is Pentacles, and we also have the Cups out here, but you know, this is just about following your heart and going through with something, and it feels like it's just not going to make it past the beginning stages here, unfortunately. So we do have some heavy delays. Okay, what's the best that can be achieved? I feel like this one wants to come out. Oh, 10 of Swords. Done. Done, dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Feels like you guys are not taking this very well. Whatever just ended, whatever you've gone through, this feels like something that just kind of keeps stacking up on you over and over again. This feels like something that keeps on happening, but I think that you're over this. The 10s are an ending, as we all know in numerology, when it has to do with the spiritual realm and messages. 10s are a completion of a cycle. The swords have to do with a very long, tough mental struggle. So there's a struggle here mentally. Can y'all hang on just a second for me, please? I'm so sorry about that. Okay. So we have a difficulty. Progress feels difficult as far as whatever you're dealing with here. And I think you guys are over this. This feels like you've just mentally exhausted yourself for what feels like, you know, could be the last time. Swords are about lessons. This is about learning, intelligence. There's a lot of information here. So you've learned a lot about what not to do ever again. So this feels like completely done. A lot of you Aries are feeling like you're tired of being, you know, taken down on repeat. What is the foundation for you all? King of Wands, taking your power back. This is a lot of focus on self. This is a lot of looking for the long term. Okay. We have strong Aries energy coming out with that King of Wands. Strong fire out here. Wands, wands, wands. Okay. So I feel like some of you Aries are getting your mojo back a little bit after having gone through some cycles. And this is overall energy right here. This is the overall energy. This kind of fell out when I was shuffling the deck. I do tend to take those. It just kind of feels like this is something that is encouraging this month's reading. Okay. But yeah, that King of Wands is somebody who is taking their power back. I feel like you're being very creative about, because wands, of course, are about creativity, but this is about initiating a new path, a new way forward. This is a very controlled, a very, I almost want to say like you're mandating this is how you are going to deal with everything going forward from now on, based on what you've been through. Because the Ten of Swords is an ending. This is the best that can be achieved, is that you are over and done with this type of behavior, this type of feeling, this type of information required for you to have this foresight, this wisdom, this divine wisdom. What's your immediate past? King of Pentacles. Okay. So you all may have felt like there was a long time of things going a certain way. It feels like you had everything pretty much figured out for the longest time. There was a strong, heavy sense of consistency here with that King of Pentacles. A lot of you have felt like, you know, everything was great at one point. It almost feels like some of you may have felt like you've reached your highest point. Many of you are looking to kind of recreate that feeling again with that King of Wands coming out for the foundation. You're figuring out how to get back to this feeling of security, of control. What is that immediate future? There she is. That Empress, taming the beast. More fire energy. Could be dealing with Leos, Leo placements, sun, moon, rising. We do have courage. We have you handling all of this with your divine grace. This is you handling everything with a lot of forward focus. This is very courageous focus here. This is you looking forward with a lot of encouragement, because courage is a part of that. But I think you're very encouraged by this power, this sense of new power that you have taken on, because this is the only major arcana card out here. We have a lot of temporary energy here, but we do have two kings sitting out here where this feels very steady for the foundation, as far as how to recreate something based on where you've been and what you need to do in order to get back to the feeling of security. But the feeling of security here, it's going to be something different. Do you see how the energy has changed? The energy has shifted from something that feels so routine, so familiar, so, you know, consistent as it was. It's going to be something completely different. But there is the foundation here of looking forward. Okay. This absolutely should give you hope. There's a lot of power here. This is you gaining your power back by not taking scraps anymore, not taking lies anymore, not taking, you know, bare minimum. This is you not taking, you know, people's excuses over and over again. This is 10,000 excuses you've heard. You've heard it all. You've heard it all. You're over it. You're done. Over it and done. We've got the Moon card at the bottom of the deck. Be careful that you're not coping with your patterns with old habits. We want to make sure that we're trying to create new energies. So what you don't see at the bottom of the deck here is that you're very tempted to cope with things the way you used to. You're slipping back into these old patterns and these old cycles. It feels like there's a sense of comfort in the familiar, yet this is where you're being pushed to go away from. Okay. Hi, Beach Pictures. Welcome in. My mom would love that name. We have the Eight of Swords in the reverse as well. This feels like you're, putting yourself here mentally by consistently staying stuck in these old loops and failing to see any other way or seeing any other possibility here with the Eight of Swords in the reverse. When it reverses, this comes with regret. This comes with a lot of anger. This comes with guilt. This means that you could possibly be lashing out in a very frustrating way. You want to make sure that you're pointing this to the appropriate person or parties or energies and not to the person closest to you. The person nearest to you is not the target here, Aries. Okay. We want to be able to take ourselves healthfully out. Okay. No worries. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. You're not late. We're just finishing up Aries here. Okay. Let's get some clarity. I want to get clarity because in the clarity we have advice. Because there's always advice and guidance whenever we're looking here. Let's see. I'm going to look at, this is the doodle deck. It's cute. I don't really use the tag words because 80% of them are wrong. So I'm not going to study on them too much, but the pictures are there. The words are too small anyway. All right, let's see. Can I please clarify? First, I want to clarify this little bundle that came out first. What is this cycle? Oh, yep, Three of Cups in the reverse. Yes, indeed. This is a lot of shenanigans at the hands of other people going wrong once again. Everybody else tends to have a hand in how you plan your day, how your week is shaping up, how your month is going. I mean, you may have already had plans and people always seem to intervene and then nothing gets, reciprocated, or, they'll have you uproot your entire life and then they won't follow through. It's just frustrating. It's just very, very frustrating here. There's a lot of lack of cohesion when it comes to the connections as well. I feel like the connections that you're, coming together with are not lining up. And this is probably why it tends to not make it past honeymoon stages. It feels like a lot of wasted time and energy trying to push something here to be. Tell me about the Three of Wands in the reverse. Okay, Eight of Cups. Trying to remove yourself emotionally. Removing yourself emotionally. It's difficult to progress on this. This feels extremely difficult. Okay, I wanted to look. That Magician came out with it. Magician in reverse. Oh, excuse me. Gosh, this looks like the Magician. That's Two of Pentacles in the reverse. My apologies. Man, I need bifocals. Yeah, this feels like partnerships falling apart. Everybody's working together to make sure nothing is cohesive. Does that make sense? It just feels like nothing is aligning here. Nothing at all. But let's look at this Ten of Swords. I want to see that Ten of Swords. Tell me about this Ten of Swords. Three of Wands in the reverse. Same thing. Closed off. Done. Very, very done. I feel like there's a ton of delays all over this reading, though. And I feel like that's what you're over. You're sick and tired of, looking forward to there being some sort of progression, but it doesn't ever pan out. There tends to always be gigantic steps back after trying to take steps forward. Okay. Tell me, please. Oh, the King of Wands was here. Tell me, please, about, King of Wands. Let's look at him. What's this plan? Okay. Ace of Swords in the reverse. I don't think you're very clear on it. You're not clear. You know you need to do something, but it's no more clear. I think there's just too much chaos going on right now. This is a lot of confusion. This feels like it doesn't really feel like you have a lot of confidence in recreating something completely different. Feels like a big lack of confidence here. Let's see. Let's move to the Strength card. Tell me about that Strength, please. Tell me about the Strength card. Seven of Swords in the reverse. Ten of Cups. Okay. So this needs to be almost like a fake it till you make it. I almost feel like you have to trick your mind. The Ten of Cups and the Strength card in your future with the Seven of Swords in the reverse. I almost feel like you have to trick your mind here. You tend to surrender pretty quickly, and this is asking you to just hang in there. Move through the emotions, move through the waves of the emotions whenever you're going through things in the future. This is about having strength and courage to sit and be still. I mean, you don't want to make any sudden movements while you're trying to tame this beast of your mind, right? So, okay. Bottom of the deck, Three of Pentacles, Four of Cups. Here's a third king. And then the Two of Swords, King of Swords. So the ideas are blocked here. Look at the Ace of Pentacles in the upright back here from the past, like changing things, becoming a better version of what you knew, figuring things out here. I think this is a more intelligent way of doing things. This is head over heart. This is moving into your mind and using your mind to benefit you instead of letting it run away with you and letting it have its way and have its control over you. I feel like a lot of your emotions haven't really been serving you a whole lot. I think they're meant to be released at this time over a lot of things that have gone on. I feel like they've kind of gotten in the way for you to have that clarity to plan and think and really have the knowledge needed in order to move forward. So yeah, it's looking like fake it till you make it, Aries. I think that's going to be your energy carrying you through until April. Okay, fake it till you make it. It's been a lot going on. Goodness, that was a lot to get out. Let's look real quick. Next up is Taurus. Yes. What's blocking you? My new deck, thanks to Frederick. Hitting up my wish list. I do have a wish list on the bottom of my link tree. Happy hunting. Thank you, Frederick. What does let's see, this Aries. What do these Aries need to know? Losing yourself. Yep. You feel lost in your partner. I'm going to say partners, people, other people. It's okay to be yourself and to have your own life too. You have to have your own life. This is also about, having some place to go and to be creative and to draw and attract in and to have something worthy of, speaking about and investing in and creating the vibration of that abundance mindset. We cannot attract in a lack mentality. You have to be in an abundant mindset in order to attract in abundance. And if you're in a lack mentality, you're only going to attract in lack. You can only match your vibrations, darling. What else? Get a few more. Holding on. You must release old ties in order to have a fresh start with someone new. And last one. You're too attached. Give your partner some breathing room. Being too needy drives them away. Oh my God, Lisa, I feel like I've said this very thing to you. My favorite Aries I've ever known is Miss Lisa here. Okay. Criticizing your partner is driving them away. Focus on their good qualities. Sometimes we don't even know we're doing this. I have a lot of Virgo in my chart. I think I'm being helpful. I have a lot of unsolicited opinions that, I'm helping, dang it. But sometimes it does come across as criticizing, dare I say, sometimes even condescending. I don't mean to. And then also procrastination, putting things off. Don't make someone wait around too long. They may give up on you. Okay. Yep. So the back and forth. Oh, goodness. Okay. Very good. There we go, Aries. Now we're going to move on to Taurus, 2642. Taurus, 2642. These get faster as I go, I promise. Okay. Very good. I'm glad that resonated. Okay. Taurus. What can I tell Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay. Sun, Moon, Rising. March 2026, Taurus. What do they need to hear? That message from my Taurus, Sun, Moon, Risings. And of course, they're cross watchers. Boom. Could be dealing with a Capricorn. Devil card. This is that you position. You are either overworking. You could be tying yourself to a lot of decisions these days. A lot of choices, a lot of decisions. I think you are stuck in there. Okay. So we have the Devil card. What crosses you? Eight of Wands. So things are moving very quickly. I think it's moving quicker than you have the capacity to handle. For some of you, you're dealing with this in your environment. You're being affected by this. Okay. So it feels like there's a lot of things happening maybe quickly around you. Maybe you started discovering something. And then the moment you noticed, it's as if everything started opening wide up. Okay. This is for some of you. For others of you, it does feel like there's so much going on around you and everything is moving quickly. This is a lot of messages. This is a lot of emails. This is a lot of phone calls. This is, everything is flying around you right now. And you are kind of stuck on something, stuck in here, stuck. Oh, you do? Oh, how fascinating. Fred and his Taurus. I'm going to go back and look at your chart. How do you keep attracting Taurus? That's funny. Okay. Fun. Good for you. Okay. So things are moving quickly here. Yeah, we've got some pretty intense feeling. Of course, I'm going to clarify that. So what is the best that can be achieved? Oh, well, the Knight of Cups in the reverse. And again, that Knight of Cups in reverse is frustration. It does feel like you could be dealing with an offer that may not come up. This feels like somebody or you yourself is not coming across very trustworthy, or someone you're dealing with doesn't seem very trustworthy. Yeah, okay. Let's see. What's the foundation? Okay, it wants two. Fine. Hermit, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. We have pulling back. This feels like someone here is trying to stay inside of their comfort zone. You got the Hermit card sitting out here, and this is isolating themselves. I feel like if things move too quickly or things change too fast, then Taurus is the type of person who would hunker down and kind of pull back and go back into their reserves of what they know, what feels familiar, what feels comfortable, those old habits, those old feelings. So the foundation here is you just kind of using what you know works, because you know that this definitely does work, but we do want to avoid complacency whenever we're doing this. We don't want to stick our head too far down into the sand. We want to use this time wisely while we're in isolation. Yes, absolutely recharge your battery, but the Hermit card is not just about hiding away and sitting off to the side and, eating Doritos and catching up on all your favorite shows. This isn't about escapism. That's not what the Hermit does. The Hermit is somebody who connects to their higher self. They become a better version of themselves. This is that spiritual enlightenment. Whenever this is the only time you can have peace and quiet, and that inner wisdom. Some of you may think it's a meeting with yourself. I like to say this sometimes. If you ever hear me talking to myself, don't interrupt. I'm having a meeting with the higher ups. I'm having a staff meeting, I call it. I'm having a staff meeting, but I'll be right with you. You're eating Doritos right now? Shush. That is hilarious. Not he's a Halo. Halo's your puppy. Oh my God. That is hilarious. You and your Tauruses, though, it's still a Taurus. I think my dog's a Leo. So this is about not becoming complacent in this moment, not staying here too long. Okay, Taurus. I'm a Cancer sun, and I know Taurus is a big time homebody because I was married to one for 10 years. And I know many Taurus, and it is a big thing for them. So they love to be at home. Home life is everything. And I am a big advocate of a home life because I'm a Cancer. I could live here forever and never come out and have everything delivered and be totally happy. But we do tend to kind of lose touch with reality, other people who don't share our sentiments, right? So don't get complacent here. What's that immediate past, Taurus? Eight of Swords. Okay. Yeah. Stuck in your mind. Serving your mind. That terrible master. It's not the best. We don't want our mind to be in control of us. We have to be in control of our mind. It works for us. We don't work for our brains, okay? Okay, your immediate future. Oh, Halo. Hi, Lila. Good to see you. Okay. Interesting. We're definitely going to need to clarify that Devil card. Feels like you guys are having some pretty rough news happening this month. There's some stuff happening here. Some of you are losing a relationship. Could be a long-term relationship having to do with infidelity. This could have to do with, addiction. Somebody here is stuck in some old patterns that they just are refusing to get out of. It feels like this might be your last straw. This feels like many of you are very, very disappointed. It feels like you're dealing with somebody who is unreliable for some of you. So yeah, for your future, it's not looking too happy, but I will reiterate that everything around here, except for the Hermit and the Devil, is minor. This means temporary. This means not long-term. This heartbreak is very short-lived. It appears to me like the Eight of Wands on top of the Devil feels like this is being worked on, as far as either discovering it to remove it or becoming aware of it to try to seek some sort of an improvement, because awareness is step one. Let's be honest, right? Okay. Alrighty. So then bottom of the deck, we have the King of Wands, we have the 10 of Wands, and then we have the 4 of Pentacles. So I do see this being a continued energy, potentially through April. Hopefully things do tend to turn around before your birthday starts rolling in. I do see them asking for you to pull back when others are not on track. It is not up to you to try to get others to see your point of view. It's not your responsibility. It's not yours to carry. It needs to be equal give and take. And I think that that's all you've been dealing with, is people who are very immature and very selfish, unfortunately. So, okay. For others of you, if it's you dealing with your addictions, then it does feel like you have a bit of a hard road ahead of you. If you're trying to overcome something, if you're trying to get rid of something, it's moving pretty quickly, and I think it's lost its luster, and you're trying to find a way out, but I do see it being a bit of a struggle, potentially having some slips. Okay. Again, personal private readings can be booked through my website if you would like to get more information on anything. Let's see here. Let's get some clarification. I like to use all my old learner decks now for clarification, just because it's fluff, it's extra. Okay. Let's see. Tell me about that devil. El Diablo. El Diablo. Virgo sun. Cool. Okay. Devil card. Got the 8 of Cups. Okay. So 8 of Swords, 8 of Wands, 8 of Cups. There's a lot of action here. I don't know if you're very clear on which direction needs to happen, because these feel like I don't know where I'm going. I just can't stay here. It's kind of that energy. Your immediate past has put you in this energy here. Goodness, poor Taurus. Yeah, there's a big awakening, some sort of a wake-up call here with the Judgment card. Something here happened. Could be a health scare. We could be looking at a health scare for some of you. Some of you are dealing with addictions, literally. This could be substances. This could be something else that, could have scared you legally for some of you. Okay. All right. Goodness. Tell me about the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Funny how we have 2 knights out here, both in the reverse. Okay. Tell me about the Knight of Cups in the reverse, please. Oh, the devil is trying to come out again. Okay, Queen of Swords is good. This is you being very factual. I think you're starting to speak more honestly about what's not working. I think many of you are, starting to lay down the law as well, as far as, what's acceptable, what's not. This is kind of saying, okay, new rules, new ground rules, new deal breakers. I didn't know I needed to do this, but this is happening. Okay. Tell me about this Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh yeah, because it's just frustrating. Oh my gosh, look, 555, 888, 555. Those 3 came out with the Magician. Yeah. This is a struggle. I feel like there could possibly, for some of you, be a lot of external influences preventing you from being able to be very clear, very connected on what needs to happen. I feel like this is, a big freaking deal, what you need to do, the direction you're going, the changes you need to make. The calls, that whatever's happening here. But goodness, all this resistance, this fighting, this is disappointments. This is a lot of drama. Okay. Tell me about the 8 of Swords. 2 of Swords, 8 of Swords, same energy. Same energy, different card. both blindfolded, both incapacitated. Let's see. Tell me about the Three of Swords. Nine of Swords. I will say that this feels, though, like you're almost at the end of a long, hard mental struggle. Like the mind struggle here feels draining. It feels very draining, but it does feel like you're finally starting to figure out how to make sense of everything. It does feel like they're starting to become more comfort. It's starting to come in. Okay, bottom of the deck. Yes, more comfort coming in. Exactly. Four of Swords, the Hanged Man, the perspective. Here's another here's a King of Cups, the Page of Swords. This is learning new methods, how to be more balanced. So hope is on the horizon. We do have hope on the horizon. Fear not, Taurus. It's not all doom and gloom. Not completely, although that is pretty gnarly. All right, what could be blocking you? We're going to look at that real quick for Taurus. Again, personal private readings can be booked through my website. Everything is at the bottom of my link tree or on my page. Also, everything will be in the description box on YouTube. Okay. Why am I not able? Okay. To use my brain. Okay, there we go. Hello. Thank you, Frederick. A Leo moon and a Virgo sun. How fun is that? Okay, let's see. What's he doing? Oh, yeah. Oh, let's do the You need some shadow stuff. We're gonna pull the shadow. If it's not cheating, if it's not any of that, let's see. Shadow work will pretty much cover everything. Get creative. There's so many. And thank you. Yeah, see, get a reading. Come on. Use divination to understand your desires and your path. Time to level up. Start small. Start today. Just start. Sky's the limit. Have a relaxing bath. I'm going to do a spiritual bath tomorrow. I'm so excited. Adding bath salts, lighting candles. I'm doing all that. I'm adding crystals, binaural beats, some candles. Get creative. Time to nurture the creativity in yourself, to expand your thinking. Time to wake up that side of your brain. Moving into your creative side gets you out of your analytical side, and that tends to get us stuck a lot. That puts us in that process of analysis paralysis and overthinking to the point of incapacitating ourselves. Real quick, for those of you dealing with love situations, everyone leaves. This could be blocking you. Choose a partner who could commit to you and let yourself commit to them. Okay. Oh, that's big with Taurus. Taurus are big about commitment and locking it down because they're fixed signs. Demanding. Don't be too demanding. If you set impossible standards for your partner, then it's going to set them up for failure. You need to be less demanding. And then eye candy, beauty fades. Choose someone for their inner beauty and personality. Don't be so shallow. We got anxiety at the bottom. You're afraid to get close. Let them in. Okay. Let them in. Cool. Alrighty. That was Taurus. Very good. Hope you'll have a beautiful March, rest of your March, and I will see you again next month. Be sure, again, check your sun, moon, and rising placements. If anything does not fit, take what does, leave the rest for others whom it does resonate with. Let's move on to Gemini. Gemini at 4410. Gemini. Gemini. Hi, Grace. Welcome, welcome. Making a oh, bummer. Oh, it's probably because it's on Restream. It's on a Restream app. Thank you anyway. Okay, let's see here. So now we'll move on to Gemini. Welcome in, Grace. Good to see you. Happy birthday season, Miss Pisces. Miss Pisces is here. Okay. All right. Gemini, what can we tell Geminis? Gemini, sun, moon, rising. Crosswatchers, of course, are welcome. Switch that energy as needed. What can we tell Gemini? The U position. Queen of Cups. Lots of nurture, lots of love. This feels like this is very passionate energy, okay? Some of you could be nurturing your family right now. You could be nurturing a new project. Some of you could be open to a new relationship at the moment. What crosses you? Oh, Queen of Swords. Okay, you're bringing your analytical side to this emotional side. This is typical Gemini stuff, right? Okay. Yeah, I feel good about this, but tell me more things. Let me get into your brain and make sure I'm not dealing with somebody who is bringing nothing to the table. Look at these two. They look like they're sitting at a table, getting ready to have a feast, right? So I want to make sure that you're bringing something to this relationship, the contribution of how will this improve my life? What are you bringing in? Okay. Queens receive, yes. Queens receive. I feel like you're receiving love, but what crosses you also, to your benefit, Gemini, what compliments you? You're quite analytical and capable of coming up with the right information so that you can make comfortable decisions, at least to carry you for, a moment. 51 years old now. Yay! Happy birthday. Happy solar return. There's no way you're 51. No way. Of course, I'll be 48 this year. We don't seem it. Oh, who's this? Sitting in the upright. Wow. That was magical. Look, let's just put them out here together. Okay. Let's just put them out here together because it's not this is you being your twin self, Gemini. This is you being both masculine and feminine as far as whatever it takes to come up with the information. Funny and gorgeous and cute. So this is, look at that. That's the yin and the yang. All sides of Gemini, coming forward here to get to the bottom of everything. Okay, whatever it takes, whatever it is. Some of you are dealing with a relationship and you're trying to, figure them out. I think this is a lot of heavy studying. This is a lot of questions. This is a lot of thinking. This could be some research, doing some background checks and that sort of nature, because this is very litigious type of energy as well with the swords and having both out here. But the initial you position is you're receiving nurture, emotion, love, compassion. Something here is causing you to want to invest a lot of your energy. What is the best that can be achieved? Knight of Wands in the reverse. Okay. So I don't know. The best that can be achieved. I almost feel like you can't help but kind of use your intelligence to get to the bottom of things. This might feel or seem a bit pushy to some people. Okay. Her birthday was the 9th. Days ago. Like my friend's kid. Oh, the 9th. What happened? Yeah, 3/9. Yes. I had a feeling. Okay, I had a feeling it was happening. Great. Happy birthday, Grace. Solar return. Okay. This feels like somebody is coming across egotistical, or you could be being portrayed as egotistical. Am I calling you egotistical? No. Am I saying this is true? No, I'm not. I'm saying this is the energy coming out, that somebody is just, seeming a little bit like a know-it-all. This feels a little pushy. It feels a little, audastic. What's the foundation? What does Gemini need to know for the foundation? We've got the Six of Cups in the reverse. So a lot of old memories could be being stirred up with the conversations that you're pulling out here. This could be the conversations you're having that are stirring these memories, that are making you feel like you have to be more assertive or more dominant in the conversation to try to drive it in a certain direction. Because when the Six of Cups is reversed, this feels like, unexpected conversation stirs old memories. Also to the point of, kind of sitting in that energy more unnecessarily than it deserves. The past needs to be left alone. It needs to stay there. And I think the foundation here is just saying that somebody is either going to the past too much, or there's something here from the past that's causing you to want to go and look even more. This could be you pulling out this energy, and so now you have to go back and look at something. Okay. Tell me about the immediate past. Page of Wands. Real bold immaturity with the Page of Wands. This also feels like there's some complications. This could also be, that maybe not enough time was spent getting to know somebody. It almost feels like there is not enough time spent in one moment, in one energy, in order to understand what's going on. So you may be like extra thorough now in order to know exactly what you're dealing with. I think this is sending you into some sort of mental rabbit hole, if you will, with the Six of Cups coming out in the reverse. It's important to know when to say when, to do a swoop spread and to pull both King and Queen of Swords in a Gemini reading. Wow. That's just, there's the twin of the Gemini air signs. I mean, it's just, I think you're being the very, what do they call it? It's probing. It's a lot of probing. Okay. What's the immediate future? Oh, the Hermit. Back to solitude we go. Back to solitude we go. Okay. Well, this is taking your time to really process the information. I think because of the fact that you didn't in the past, or things were done too quickly or with too much haste, or, there was, this need to kind of like just dodge out as quick as possible. This feels like, you get bored real easy and you take off and you're done. You're over it. We've got the Seven of Cups at the bottom, Five of Cups in the reverse. So the emotions are all kind of new for you, I'm going to say. Feeling this type of emotional pressure, the Queen of Cups there, it's a very divine love. That's a very, bold, big time love. It feels a little overwhelming. It feels like it's stirring all kinds of things up in you, and you want to have the most information possible in order to analyze emotions, which is a very air sign thing to do, to analyze your emotions so that they have a proper place. You can either remove them or you can enhance them, whatever it is. Hi, Delaney. Good to see you, my sweetie. Welcome. Welcome. Thanks for sharing your time with me. I know you're busy. Okay. So it does feel here with the Five of Cups in the reverse, this is actually a pretty positive. This is pretty positive, is that I think you're using the information to do everything you can to process whatever emotions are stirred up here in the foundation. I don't think that you're able to move on until some conversation is had, something is said, some exchange is had, something is piquing you to want to go back and dive deep. Now with the Five of Cups in the reverse, the Seven of Cups in the reverse, the Star card in the reverse, because this is about really diving in, but the Hermit card is no support. This feels like you're kind of doing it alone. This feels like you're going it alone. Like you're not going to get the external information you're looking for. I don't think you quite know where to find the answers you're looking for. So it does feel like you don't have support. It feels like that. More cups. Nine of Cups in the reverse. But this is a devout energy here. This is doing it in the right way. This is not a toxic way. This is not, outside of your control. This is choosing to be in solitude, to process not just your thoughts, but to also clear your mind so that it's open for downloads, and it's open for signs, and it's open for the divine message, because the divine message is so much bigger than what our mind can create. And I think that that's an important part of where you're pulling yourself here. This almost feels like you have some sort of block as far as looking for the reasons, but I think you're gonna find it here. Okay, let us clarify. I'm gonna go back to school. Okay, we'll go to this one. All right. Yeah, this is one of my first decks. This one. Okay, tell me, please. Tell me about the Queen of Cups. Hierophant in the reverse. This just feels like you don't trust this. It feels like you absolutely don't trust this. This feels like, you've trusted way too fast in the past. Okay. This could be some vibes you're getting here, because the cups have a lot to do with intuition. And intuition and analytical side of thinking are frequently going to battle with one another. They cross each other. Sometimes they even cancel each other out. So there could be a major struggle there with it just, kind of not making sense. It just feels completely out of sorts here. Tell me about the pair. All right, Seven of Swords reversed. So yeah, you're putting up a pretty tough front here. This is you putting up a very strong front about defending yourself and standing your ground. I think you deeply feel, and we know that a vibration is your authenticity, your being really authentic. And if you're in a low vibration, you can feel that. And you may be feeling like you're dealing with some pretty scandalous people here, or a scandalous person. So you're getting to the bottom of it. That's interesting. Hanged Man reversed. Kind of taking this on as a personal mission. Let's see. Tell me about the Knight of Wands. Six of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Deeply imbalanced. Feels like there's more give than take. Also, this feels like somebody is, not measuring up. Huh. I think your spidey senses are tingling here, Gemini, and your intuition is picked up on something and it's causing your analytical brain to step in. That's interesting. All right. Tell me about the Six of Cups in the reverse. Lovers, reverse, Gemini energy. So that's pretty profound. Bad decisions. This is stirring up some feelings of like your old ways of maybe your old life. This is something from the past where the Lover's card in the reverse is very similar to the Devil in the upright. Very, very similar. It's similar in a way that it has to do with lust, materialism, addiction. So somebody here is kind of triggering something, whatever that is. Somebody is talking about something that's pulling up some old memories that are very, very negative for you. Or they're giving you the feeling that something in the past was done and they're hiding something here. Man, that's intense. Tell me about the Page of Wands. Yikes. Five of Swords in the reverse. Bullying and oppression. Could be bullying and oppression against children. Goodness. Frustration with a lack of progress. Wow. Okay. A lot of frustration there from the past, and Page of Wands in the reverse is also no progress. So not getting anywhere, not going anywhere. Tell me about the Star card. Ten of Wands in the reverse. Okay. Hi, Layla. Are you here from... Is this Leela from Facebook, or are you a new Leela? Okay. So a lot of that might be more perceived than real, because again, I think you're getting in your head here with that Ten of Wands. Yeah, the Five of Cups again in the reverse, twice out here. Twice the Five of Cups is out here in the reverse. This is very close to recovery. And I don't think you see it because of, the amount of mental pressure that you're taking on. Plus your intuition is pinging off the charts. So you have this bit of a mental conflict happening here for whatever reason that is. Each and every single one of my Gemini sun, moons, and risings, all places, they're going to have different situations that are personal to you. But, fill in the blank. You're dealing with a work person. You're dealing with a past person that's come back. You're dealing with a new relationship. Something here, because the Queen of Cups, the original beginning of everything. This is receiving some sort of emotional feeling that's causing you to want to dive and dig deeper. That's causing you to want to really invest in this feeling and figure out this feeling. So, but everywhere it's taken us since then feels like could be shadow work. Got Six of Swords back here in the reverse. Issues need to be resolved in order to move on and to be free. Three of Wands in the reverse. So interesting. Okay, let's look at the shadow work deck. We're going to pull some from the shadow work for Gemini for March 2026, Sun, Moon, Rising. Again, thank you all so much for being here. Don't forget to tap that like button if you haven't already. Please be sure you are a subscriber and follower. Make sure you hit those notification buttons so that you get that indicator saying when I come live. This Saturday, I will be on reading for everybody, for the collective. We're going to look at that full moon energy and see where everybody's at. And then I'll open up the chat for everybody as well. Okay, your birthday's on Saturday. Let's party. Let's party. Okay, sounds fun. Here we go. Okay, Gemini, what does Gemini need to know as far as shadow work? Oh, goodness. Negative thinking. Uh-oh, called you out, Gemini. Well, unfounded negative thoughts are very worth being aware of, okay? Negativity breeds negativity. Our vibration, everything is affecting our surroundings. You need to be aware and in control of that negative thinking. We don't want to manifest more negativity by focusing on the negativity. We need to pull ourselves out of it. It's kind of like breaking a bad habit. Sometimes it is a bad habit to just go there. Many times it's satiating some sort of a need you're having. A dopamine hit, that serotonin hit, that feeling of comfort from being, in a familiar place. If some of you are only familiar with those experiences, let's see. Let's do the spread for this one. Okay, what else for Gemini? Own your power. Own your power. Fix the external by changing the internal. Okay. All that thinking and thought, put it to good use. Also, take control of your brain by learning and practicing meditation. This puts you in control of everything. Makes you the master of the mind. Not the mind, the master of you. Financial goals. Time to look at your books. Time to look at your money. Time to look at some future goal setting. Time to look at it. Okay, where are you at with your debt? Set and reach your financial goals to achieve financial stability. Okay. If you don't know how to do it, then you can seek help. You can also seek free help. There's plenty of people out there who are offering guidance and information, and they can get you pretty far. Start a new hobby. There's something that you may enjoy doing, do it. Dig deep, Gemini. What do you like to do? Claim your energy. Refuel your energy and reclaim your power. And last one, let's come down here. Live your dream. Never give up on your dreams. Dare to go into the adventure. All right. Very good. Bottom of the deck. Practice gratitude. Take time to acknowledge what you are grateful for. And putting yourself in the energy of gratitude invites more reasons to be grateful. So focus on your gratitude, Gemini. Very good. Thank y'all so much for tuning in and playing along. I appreciate every one of you. Now we're going to move on to Cancer. Again, personal private readings all booked through my page. It's going to be Sun, Moon, Rising. Be sure to take what fits, throw out the rest. If it does not resonate with you, personal private readings are booked through my website. Check your other placements as well. Okay, let's see here. For Cancers, we're going to use the new Pirate deck. My new Pirate deck. All right, Cancers. All right, here we go. Cancer moon in the house. Yay. All right, my darling Cancers. Here we go. Sun, moon, rising. What's that U position for Cancers for March? What's that U position? Okay. We got the 8 of Swords. Okay. The cranberries just jumped in my head because they're in your head. Zombie. Like that looks like a zombie right there too. in your head. In your head. Okay, overthinking, analysis paralysis. What crosses you? Death card. Stop it. Okay, some of you may be going through a really big change. Some of you may be leaving a lot of the old behind. Some of you are being forced into a change and you're not taking it very well. Could be dealing with a Scorpio as well. Yeah, there's a big change here. Many of you are just really in your head about having to let go of something to move on. Quite literally, unfortunately, some of you could be dealing with a death. You could be dealing with a major loss, and it's not going very well for you. Okay. What is the best that can be achieved? Okay. Got the King of Pentacles in the reverse. This feels like your head's not really in the game right now. So you could be looking at some possible fraud. There could be some fraud happening around you. This is also a warning to check contracts for hidden catches of people trying to get away with something. People might try to take advantage of you in this state, when you're going through something pretty heavy like that, or, you're obviously struggling mentally. People may try to just, take advantage of that, get away with as much as they can. Okay. Yeah, that's dealing with some untrustworthy people, dealing with some corruption potentially. Maybe you're cutting ties from somebody that you found out that they are no good, super greedy. Gonna get another on your birthday. Okay. What's the foundation? The Lovers. Big, big, big decisions here. Also could quite literally be a relationship where you found something pretty devastating out about this person with the Eight of Swords and you're no clearer on what to do. The foundation is that the choice is going to be made by you or it's going to be made for you, Cancer. So I would encourage you to be a part of the game. I would encourage you to not let people or situations catch you by surprise. Okay. What's that immediate past? Oh, the Moon. I love this Moon card, by the way. The Kraken. Gotcha. Got Pisces energy coming out as well. So here's the Moon. This is also your sign. It's your star. They call it your planet, Cancer. Our planet is the Moon, but that's the Pisces card anyway. So lots of delusion, lots of confusion. I feel like this has kind of been the norm where many of you have this strong intuition that invades your perception of reality. Sometimes there is, this deeper inner knowing of what's happening around you, even though you still have people trying to potentially gaslight you or get you to believe certain things when you know for a fact it's not true. So you're figuring out how to make decisions to improve your situation here. Your ex is a Cancer and he keeps, oh no. Yeah, Cancer men are, woof. Yeah. Okay. What is your immediate future? 9 of Cups. That's much, much, much better. This is in a fantastic place for a Cancer. This is where you're a little bit more guarded when it comes to your emotions in order to be able to accomplish more. I feel like you're pulling back on your emotions a little bit more in order to get some things achieved and taken care of. Because that's almost at the end, 9s. Okay. And as you know, on the Rider-Waite, he's got his, arms crossed over his chest in front of him. This one here is not crossing his arms over his chest, but he's definitely busy. He looks very happy. Looks like he's about to be very, very happy. Okay. All right. As happy as a pirate can be, right? Bottom of the deck, 6 of Wands, victory, success. Okay. It's what you don't see coming. We've got the Sun card in the reverse, and then the 10 of Cups in the reverse. Now that is interesting because these are the 2 cards that, when reversed, still have a very close depiction of the upright meaning. And funny how I was talking about the 9 of Cups, and here's the 10 of Cups. This 6 of Wands, my goodness. I don't think you see the benefit of your path. I think you feel like this is obnoxious, or it was a waste of time, or this feels like a bother to you in some way, especially with the 8 of Swords being out here. The King of Pentacles in the reverse is very negative to have to deal with. So the Moon, the King of Pentacles, it just feels like you've been through quite a bit. So even if things are going positively, it does tend to feel like you're more aware of the negative that needs to go away in order for the positive to be truly enjoyed. Unfortunately, we don't want to look gift horses in the mouth, and we do absolutely want to be very grateful. Again, that gratitude card is pretty universal. We all need to be in gratitude. A win is a win is a win. Success, accomplishments. Some of you may feel like you're getting the attention and the appreciation for the wrong reasons, and you're not really that happy about it. For some of you, it's like, yeah, it's good, but look at what I had to go through in order to get here. It's not like it's the best story ever. This was a tough road. This was not easy. And it was not like it was a switch in order for me to just turn things around. I have been through things. Okay. Yes, indeed. Okay. Oh, here's the Wheel of Fortune just hanging out here. Things are turning in their favor. Oh, as the High Priestess pops out. Secrets. Okay. I got secrets coming out. Needing to come out. Okay. Some of you are not being completely honest with yourself about some things that may be your karmic lesson. Could be to unblock your throat chakra and really speak authentically, honestly, and truthfully, however that looks. Tell me about the 8 of Swords. Whoa. Queen of Swords. Yep, that's about liberating yourself from your own mental prison. Letting yourself out. Becoming the person who speaks exactly what's on your mind, exactly what you want. Not one iota more. Keeping it short and sweet, to the point. Next. Okay. I like it. Tell me about the Death card. Hey. The 5 of Cups was trying to come out. The 10 of Cups is out here. So this feels very good, very joyous. Some of you could be dealing with family members. It's very likely that you're dealing with family. Tell me about the King of Pentacles in the reverse. The 2 of Wands. So we do have you guys now needing to look at a different path. I feel like there's a decision about different paths that needs to be looked at now, and you're starting to feel the pull in another direction, however that is. Okay. Tell me about the Lovers. There's the Sun. Yeah. This is exactly what you were woken up to do. Okay. This is about everything finally turning around. We've come from the moon in the past to the foundation of your sun, clarifying the Lover's card with the choices and decisions that you're making moving forward. Okay. All right. Tell me about the moon. Knight of Cups. You're just, I do see this as a hopeless romantic, somebody who's always following their heart, even if it misleads them, even if it takes you down paths that you know and feel like they aren't right. You almost feel like it's divine that you're here, so you must. Interesting how the Eight of Cups is kind of poking out of here. More moons, more emotional, more movement, more going with flows. Interesting indeed. Okay. Tell me about the Nine of Cups. Ace of Pentacles looks good. Yes. This is the new direction here, more guarded with your emotions and taking advantage of noticing more opportunities by doing so, by not getting yourself overly emotionally involved until it's worth it, until you know for a fact it's worth investing your heart and soul. Okay. Cool. Bottom of the, no shit. Oh my God. I almost cussed. Six of Wands, Six of Wands. Wow. I love when they do that. Seven of Wands, Four of Cups, or Pentacles. Oh my gosh. That threw me. I don't know why it does, because they do that all the time. Huzzah. Yeah. Victory and success. The sun reversed with this. You guys are very adamant. I'm going to say this is being very, very adamant. You know, it's like, I already made the decision that I'm going to live in my head, my highest vibrational self. And I'll be damned if anyone's going to take me out of that. Because the sun card in the reverse, again, it still has the same meaning as the upright. It's just a slight delay. It's just this, it's not smooth and easy and gates open up, the carpet rolls out and they usher you in. This is about having to find the path. This is about having to learn the secret knock. You know, it's not exactly easy, but the point is that you're in the path, you're on the trail, and you're going. That's the direction. Okay, cool. I love it. And again, being more guarded. The Four of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, those are guarded, protecting self. That feels like the need to focus on rebuilding in a more solid way. Okay, cool. Let's look at some oracle for Cancer. We'll close out the Cancers. My fellow Cancers. These are all for Sun, Moon, writing. I'm looking at this. Sun, Moon, risings. How serendipitous. I've been so in sync lately. I've been more in sync than the boy band. Haha. I'll be here all week, folks. Yes, I do crack myself up. Okay. Let's see. What are we doing? You too. Shadow work. Let's do it. Shadow work, shadow work, shadow work. Thank y'all for hanging out with me this evening while I get through these March readings. I appreciate everyone being here. Let's see. Get creative keeps coming up. I will say this. Water signs are pretty creative. Inspire and nurture the creativity in yourself to expand your thinking. Okay. Everybody's being encouraged to get more in your creative side. I think your analytical side has been doing a lot of overtime lately. Many of us are processing data. We're trying to learn as much as we can. We're trying to become cutting edge. We're trying to think and process our way into our future. And Spirit is reminding you that we are creative. We're creator beings. We're meant to have that connection with that side of our mind and our soul. Okay. What else for my Cancers and your shadow work? Shut up. Uncover every part of you that has been repressed and abandoned. Oh, buddy, that is a deep book. That is bigger than Pride and Prejudice. That's a monster. What is the other big word? The big book. What is the big one? Is it Pride and Prejudice? Something about the war. Something war. Anyway, what else for Cancer? Set relationship goals, not this Cancer. Recognize what makes you happy and strive to find that in your love life. You know, I personally am in love with my higher self and my purpose. So I am doing that very thing. Not everybody is open to partnerships and relationships, but it's a good idea to have the notion of, if I were to, then what would it look like? Honestly, it all exhausts me. I'm not in that game. Okay, moving on. Set relationship goals. Those of you who are interested, though, recognize what makes you happy. Okay, what makes you truly, truly happy? Also, this is about becoming the joy that you are in love with in order to attract in based on that vibration. Okay, go full introvert. Easy for Cancer to do. Spend time alone to experience, appreciate, and love yourself. Okay. Get like me, and you will never look back. It's kind of scary, actually. Okay. And then we have a relaxing bath. I actually am. I'm going later. Adding bath salts or lighting candles can help you restore yourself. And Cancers and all water signs, and the water, baby, that is, if you know, you know. It's a draw. This is a magnetic pull that we have to the water, a water-like situation. So absolutely treat yourself, Cancer. Okay. Absolutely treat yourself. And your throat chakra could be blocked. Throat chakra could be blocked. Small things matter. Try to appreciate the small things happening in your life. Don't just wait for all the big moments. Okay. All right, Cancer, I hope that helped. For your March 2026, that is for Sun, Moon, Rising. Thank you so much for tuning in, playing along. I appreciate each and every one of you. Again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that like button, that follow button, that notification bell that allows you to be tuned in every single time I go live. All right, let's move on to Leo. Leo, 12756. Good God. Okay. I may have to do two halves. I may do two halves. Ooh. Because, yeah, it's going to be 9:30. We'll see if we can get through this. All right, here we go. Leo. Here we go, Leo. Got 8 people in here. Thank you. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. March 2026. Take what fits, throw out the rest. Again, personal private readings are the best way to get information tailored to you. Otherwise, these are for the general collective. All right, here we go. What can I tell Leo for March 2026? The U position, Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Okay. Got a little bad luck happening for you guys lately. I think you are at the end of these challenges, because the wheel, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. It doesn't stay there forever. Whatever is happening feels pretty major, though. Major arcana. It feels like a big deal that you're on a down cycle right now. Feels pretty impactful. So I do feel like this upswing is going to change a lot of things for you. It's going to open things up for you a lot. What crosses you? Yeah, Ace of Swords. More clarity coming in. This is mental clarity coming in as well. This is you being able to speak more clearly. This is about you saying exactly what you want, being very clear-minded about what you want and what you need to do. Okay. Absolutely. Okay. What's the best that can be achieved? Oh, yeah, you're going to need that mental clarity. It does feel like your intuition could be trying to give you guidance right now, Leo. I do feel like you're analyzing a lot of downloads that could be coming in. For others of you, this could be a lot of external people that are adding to the frustration. You feel like you need to be involved, but it does feel overwhelming. It feels confusing. It feels distracting. When our emotions are invested in something like this, it does feel, it tends to take our focus away. So I do see where focus is on the forefront of your mind. Okay. That is a good thing. All right, Leo. What's the foundation? Ace of Cups. You got a couple aces out here. Yeah, I think you are ready. You're ready for something new. This is a reboot moment of getting yourself back on track again, starting to turn things around so that you can get things going. You could have this feeling like things are about to turn around. So you feel a little bit of this push to get yourself more organized, to start to make things make sense. So the foundation here is that it's going to feel like you are ready and you're set. Okay. What is the immediate future or recent past? Magician card. This is a lot of creativity, a lot of procurement of resources, information. This is you gathering, hunting, learning, practicing, getting yourself together, getting yourself ready. What's that immediate future? Okay, we got the 10 of Wands reversed. So don't overshoot. I'm going to tell you, Leo, don't overshoot and set yourself up to do things that are going to be way too big. I feel like your mind and your heart could be getting really overly invested. And so you may be trying to bring too many things to the table because of every single thing you have going on in your head and in your mind. Sometimes we use this momentum and we get a little bit ahead of ourselves. So your immediate future is warning you of getting way too in over your head. Don't set your goals too high. Don't set too impossible of standards for yourself or anyone else you could be dealing with as well. We don't want to rule out the possibility of connecting with others because our standards are too high or our goals are too out of reach. Okay. 5 of Cups in the reverse. Lots of reverse 5 of Cups tonight. This is great. This is coming back to life after a tough cycle is finally ending. I think you're starting to see signs of this. So it's getting you ready and prepared, which is giving you this nervousness that could have you misaligning it a little bit if you're not too careful. Okay. So we've got the Page of Swords in the reverse and then the Queen of Pentacles. So we don't want to misspeak here. You're going to want to use discernment whenever you're talking about what you're doing and what you're going to be doing. You want support. You're going to get support. I do think that they're warning you not to be too generous with how much you divulge and let people in on, as to kind of get yourself ready without too much pressure or external influence for what you're planning or getting ready to do here, Leo. Okay. Whatever that looks like. All right. Let's clarify. Let us clarify. I might be running out of decks. That's, different for me. Okay, we'll try this one. Let's see here. Man, I haven't used this deck in a million. Last unicorn. Okay, here we go. Wheel of Fortune reversed. Yeah, King of Cups in the upright. Mental and emotional balance, no matter what's happening around you. This is mental and emotional balance. I think once things start getting back on track, then you're going to start to feel like you can get more aligned. I think you're getting yourself prepared for sure. Tell me about the Ace of Swords. Okay, right away. Tower. Tower card is not always a bad thing. This is about tearing everything down to base. This is also things that are out of our control that we have no choice but to accept and to try to restructure as best we can. For some of you, this could be you getting overwhelmed with where to begin, how much to do, how much to undo, what's going to be left, what do I take with me, how do I forget what I don't need. Okay, tell me about the Seven of Cups. Nine of Swords, Seven of Cups. Don't let it get to you. It's really, really easy to allow for this confusion to get in your head. And again, you're almost through this tough cycle, this tough mental cycle, this tough karmic cycle. Whatever you just gone through, it's almost done. And I just feel like you're going to be able to put together something that you have always wanted, that you feel like you deserve. Tell me about the Ace of Cups. Tell me about the Ace of Cups, please. Thank you. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. All the way. This is family. This is legacy. This is security. This is feeling forever protected. You're joking me. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups for the Magician. Okay. This is almost like you knew that you needed to make some sort of a move. Interestingly, the Tower is in the background. And that is what is here falling. So we do have almost like you intuitively knew and you prepared yourself and you were preparing. It's this feeling like the other shoe's about to drop, or I'm really called to try to prepare for the next cycle, whatever that is. I almost feel like some of you have hit rock bottom, so you know there's nowhere to go but up. That's what that Tower does too. Okay. So then the Ten of Wands reversed, clarified by the Emperor. It's a lot of control. It's a lot of that's a lot of authority over what's being done and what's not being done. I almost feel like this is a really big idea of what the goals are, which makes it seem like they might be a little bit excessive, a little stretched. And again, be careful not to set too high a goal to where you set yourself up for failure, or you're deterring yourself later because the work's too hard or it seems too far off. Again, Devil card, World card, Page of Cups, Fool card. So it does feel, again, like this is a big undertaking. Got that same feeling again. This hand, just obsessed with success, obsessed with, making sure that these old cycles don't come up again, don't feel like they're happening over and over again. Like some of you are desperate to slam the door shut. When it comes to past lessons, a new discovery I have just found is that your past
your lessons that keep coming in. I've learned recently that whenever we get lessons, it's because something new is about to happen, or you got this brand new thing that you're about to experience, or you are experiencing. These are lessons coming in. A lot of times when things are repeating, those are tests. You first get the lesson, then you get the test. Are you still, the same big silly bird who keeps making the same dumb decisions, or have you grown? Have you evolved? Here's a test. Pass the test. Here's a new lesson. Time to grow again. Time to level up once more. And so we go round and round like the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, yes. Okay, let's see. Everyone's getting shadow work. Shadow work, shadow work, shadow work. What can I tell Leo? What can I tell Leo for March 2026? Leo, drink more water, hydrate. I've been feeling this too. It'll make a difference in the way you feel, the way you think, the way you sleep, everything. Everything. It helps with your hunger. Stay hydrated. It keeps you nice and balanced, nice and ready. Music. Every Leo I've ever known is in love with music. Most fixed signs, actually, that I've known. Fixed signs have a real deep connection. Anyway, music for most people, I would say probably 98% of people love music. That's a rough guess. Don't quote me. Music can heal the wounds that medicine cannot touch. Tune into the music that helps you feel empowered, that helps you feel safe, that helps you feel familiar, that helps you feel reminded of where you came from. Music is a beautiful option of uplifting medicine. Okay. What else can I tell Leo? Celebrate yourself. You've come a long way. Take a moment to celebrate yourself. Move into that Leo energy and give yourself a lot of love. Give yourself a lot of credit. Really sit back and celebrate that. Take yourself out to dinner. Buy yourself a gift. Leos are big with gift giving. Give yourself a present. You deserved it. Celebrate. Get on and sing your accolades. Tell people, boast about it. If you've already accomplished something and it's a big deal, tell the world. Let them know. Go tell it on the mountain. Challenge yourself. You may have just done this and you've pushed yourself to be even bigger and better than you've ever been. To do better, don't set limits on your potential, my darlings. Don't set those limits on yourself. Challenge yourself to be bigger than your challenges, to rise, to get above and beyond. That next level is over where you've been, right? Okay, bottom of the deck. Get more done. Identify and eliminate. What? Eliminate. What is wrong with me? I said climinate. What is wrong with me? Identify and eliminate distractions that aren't adding value to your day. Oh my gosh, the distractions. I got a bunch of those. I got really, really, really into my old vices. My old vices like playing games, watching old shows that used to make me laugh, sitting around eating my feelings. Yep, time to stop that. Can't do that forever. It starts to show. All right, my lovely Leos, thank you so much for tuning in, playing along. Don't forget to hit that like button, and we will see you next month. Again, be sure to check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising. Anything does not fit, check your other placements. Oop, wrong way. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising. You're up, my darlings. Here we go. Sun, Moon, Rising, Virgo. All right, here we go. What can I tell Virgo for March 2026? Looking at 144.17. Okay. That's a lot. Let me put this back in. That's quite a bit. Okay. Oh, Virgo. What can I tell Virgo? Virgo. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Virgo energy right there. Goodness. Watch some overspending. Either you or somebody you know, somebody that you're dealing with is overspending. This is the gold digger energy. You could be dealing with somebody who is only after your money, somebody who's looking at you, what you got and your gains, and trying to figure out how to have access to your life, to you, what have you, or you yourself have got in a bit of a situation here. Your home life could potentially be at risk due to overspending for some of you. Okay. So watch your spending in the month of March, Virgo. I'm just going to say either watch your spending, and this doesn't even mean just with you. It could have to do with somebody else around you. Okay. Somebody else around you could be using your money or asking you about having some of your money. What crosses you? Oh, yeah. Can I have some of your money? Oh my God, that looks like my ex. That is so funny. I say that every time. That's me. That's my ex. I'm just kidding. Yes. Goal setting. Okay. We've got goal setting here. Some of you may want to start to make some plans to get that under control. Others of you are looking at somebody who is planning. They're planning on how to try to have access to you and yours. Okay. What is the foundation? What's the best that can be achieved? We got the Tower. Yikes. Do not get involved with them. Again, also, your home life could be at risk due to some bad debts. Some of you could be working with a financial planner to help you get control of things. You could be starting to talk to some people. You could be looking into ways to consolidate your debt as well. That could be another possibility here with the Tower card. That's about wiping everything and starting over, or could be bankruptcy some of you could be dealing with. I don't do health or legal, but I'm just picking up on that possibility here. All right, what is the foundation? King of Cups in the reverse. So this feels very emotional for you or for someone else. Someone could be very volatile right now because they're going through something very strenuous having to do with their money. They could be secretly ashamed of themselves, trying to hide the fact that they're, they could be putting on a brave front. This could be you putting on a brave front, but you could be trying to hide this fact from everybody that, things got out of control, things got out of hand, and now you're trying to find a way to fix it. Okay. Mr. Stingy. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What's your immediate past, Virgo? Well, past in the past. 6 of Cups. In the past, this is heavy connection to your upbringing, the way you were taught. Some of you, this is your programming when it has to do with money. Some of you, this is, your grandma spent money, your mom spent money, so you spend money. It's just what you do. When you feel bad, you go and spend it. So you feel better with something new and shiny. It's something to distract you for a second while you figure out what to do, right? Others of you may have had, a very light and kind of adolescent feeling about the past. This, oh, it's just money, I'll make more kind of mentality, which is not planning for the future. It's not setting yourself up to be secure or ready for those future goals. Some of you may be, getting yourself upside down, and now you're starting to potentially look at retirement for some of you. And you're looking at some of you for how much time you've wasted, kind of kicking yourself a little bit. Things got in the way. Some of you could be addicted to shopping or have a person in your life who is addicted to shopping or spending money, or it feels like they do, even if they're never going to be diagnosed. You are clinically diagnosing them because you've seen it firsthand. You got the receipts, literally, figuratively. Okay. Toilet paper it. That is so fun. Okay, your immediate future. 5 of Wands reversed. That's drama. That's a lot of drama. Okay. This could be the removal of this person from your life or the attempt of removal of this person. For others of you, it's not as easy as it sounds to break your old habits. For some of you, there's a lot of drama coming up after you lose or get some things taken away. This feels though like you're kind of put in a weak position. This also could be having to defend yourself litigiously, legally. Okay. What you don't see at the bottom of the deck, yeah, bad decisions. Ooh, I will say it does look like you're getting a handle on things though. It does seem that way. Even if it feels like it's the most abrupt way possible to some of you, others of you feel like this is, you could be getting a lot of the brunt of how unfair and how mean you're being, whatever the case may be. If you're telling somebody how it is, then you very well could be told, this is unfair. I don't see your methods, but I do understand, where you're coming from. But this is like a very deep reaction right here with the 9 of Swords in the reverse, which could be the causality to make things change, to push for the change that's needed here. Okay. Let's clarify. I'm not going to get too crazy. We're going to go back to here. Let's see. Let's clarify. Oh. The devil just fell in my lap. Okay, here we go. Tell me about the 9 of Pentacles reversed. 10 of Swords reversed. Yep. More repercussions. This is someone being very slanderous, very unreliable person here. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. You could have equally contributed this, or you could have enabled it. You could have enabled this behavior as well with that 6 of Pentacles coming out for some of you. Let's see. Tell me about the Tower. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. The Tower tearing down feels like a chance to start again. This feels like taking everything away that doesn't work. And it feels like most of it needs to go, needs to change, needs to be taken away. Tell me about the King of Cups in the reverse. Okay, there's 2 cards. The Queen of Cups in the reverse. The 3 of Wands in the reverse. Okay. So there's a lot of financial pressure when it comes to the Queen being in the reverse as well. This is an inability to contribute financially. That's pressure. It's very draining. Very draining here. It feels like it's taking forever too to figure it out. So that's also very frustrating. Tell me about the 6 of Cups in the past. 6 of Cups. The King of Wands in the reverse. This is bullying. This is selfishness. Somebody trying to get away with whatever they wanted. 4 of Cups also came out. Okay. Some emotional immaturity as well. All right, tell me about the 5 of Wands in the reverse. 9 of Wands. All right. 6 of Swords in the reverse. Queen of Pentacles reverse. 5 of Swords reverse. Okay. Good. Well, it does seem to me like there is a transition happening, but it's not easy. Again, it's not easy. This does feel like a nice, long, hard road for you, unfortunately, here, Virgo. When the 5 of Swords reverses on top of the Devil, though, this is the end of conflicts and recovery coming. So I just want you to hold on to that feeling that, you know, this could quite possibly carry over this energy through April, but it does feel like by mid-April and towards the end, you will be starting to see that light at the end of the tunnel here. Okay. All right. Let us now grab more shadow work. I want to look and see. Awaken the witch. Come on, Virgo. Awaken your dormant potential and unlock your inner witch. Start being creative, powerful, intelligent, creative. Go into some alchemy to pull off your desires. Okay. Let's see here. Ritual, inner witch. Okay, interesting. To experience the magic of life, you must first practice it. Wow, some of you are into the craft and they're asking you to tune into that power, tune into that ability to help you with gaining control over finances or empowering you to have that control over somebody else who has run away with things or that they're trying to overpower you. We've got nutrition. That's very Virgo right there. Your body is your temple. Try changing your eating habits. Looking for more holistic ways of doing things, more nurturing ways of doing things. We've got nutrition coming out here. This is about being more caring to yourself, taking better care of yourself as well. That's what witches do. Witches are all about, you know, creating the vessel to make things happen, taking care and nurturing the vessel, the space in which you create, and then creating the results. So go within to create your external world in a more prominent way. We've got your crown chakra at the bottom of the deck here. Crown chakra is out of balance. That connectivity with your higher self. That creativity with your higher self. Interesting. Okay. Very good. Yeah, Frederick is right. I believe this is going to be part 1 because it's 10 o'clock already. I didn't realize how long these were going to go. I'm very wordy. So yeah, I think we're going to do a part 2 on another night. So we will pick up the rest of the March readings for everyone else. For those of you who hung in there and waited for me, I apologize. Thank you for those of you who hung out with me tonight so far. If anything did not resonate, again, be sure to check your other placements as well. Also, if you are brand new, I haven't attuned to your energy yet. I don't know you that well yet. So picking up on different energies and stuff in these collective readings and just trying to read what's coming up. I could be reading for a different Virgo if it's not resonating with you particularly. One of my besties is a Virgo, and she is very much a witch, and she makes very good money. So could be her. I don't know. So, oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Wow, what a compliment. Heart bubbles. You guys are amazing, and I thank you all so very much for being the wonderful collective, the soul family that I have encumbered here on YouTube, Facebook. I'm also on Instagram. I'm also on TikTok. Be sure you're following me everywhere. If I'm not here, 9 times out of 10, if I'm not on TikTok, then I'm just taking a little bit of a break, or I'm thinking of the next content that I want to create to be able to come on here. So make sure you're following me. Make sure you hit those notification bells. I will come back. I'm not sure when. I'm definitely coming on Saturday night. I have a live scheduled for Saturday. So everybody do come back for that, because that's going to be conversational. I'm going to be talking directly to you guys. We're going to be looking at that full moon energy that's still carrying over. Okay, so we had the 7th, which was a very impactful day, and then the 10th. And I want to kind of see where that momentum and where that energy is landing for us on the 14th, whenever we meet again. Some of you, it will be on the 15th for my beautiful friends in the lower hemisphere. All of those of you in Australia and New Zealand and Tasmania. Sheldon, thank you so much for showing up. What time Saturday is going to be? That's a pop quiz. 7:30, I think I set it for, because it's on a Saturday. And I happen to be off work that day. I took the weekend off because I want to be here with you guys all weekend. So I'm not sure when, but I will do a notification for part 2. And so y'all will see that pop up, and then you'll see the notification. You'll know when to attend, or that the second recording will be coming and y'all can go back and watch again. I will go back and put timestamps on here so y'all can click around and check in on everything. And also, the energy hasn't happened yet. It could be something that still is coming up because March is not completed, but this is the energy I'm reading for the month of March. The more you come back, the more I attune, the more accurate it gets. Personal private readings, it's you and me and our guides. So I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming in. I hope you're all doing so well. I look forward to getting to talk to you all on Saturday and be more conversational and involved. Those are very, very fun. This was cool though. Oh, Fred, you don't have to if you don't want to, but thank you. You're all the best. I'm copying Layla. Yeah, you're all the best. I love you guys. You're so freaking awesome. I can't wait to see you again. If not sooner, then I'll see you